As you said, I'm today acting as an interim finance CFO. Actually, I have over 25 years CFO in CFO role in many different countries. I've been in Asia, in America, and also in Europe also. So that's my main core activities. I'm also today acting as part-time CFO for startups, scale-ups, helping them with their finance strategy. And I'm also passionate about technology, especially about AI and quantum those last months. And as such, I am following very much the trends. That's a very good question. So I will summarize in basically only three more main points because it could be a long discussion. But I would say the first point to understand is what kind of company business cycle we are speaking. Is it a startup? Is it, if we speak about technology company, is it a startup? It is a scale-up, it is a mature company, and so on. So that the stage of the company is very important to understand what is going on in the company. That's the first point. The second point is to mention that a finance strategy means there is a strategy first. So you have to understand what is the strategy of the company to understand what kind of finance need it will drive. Is it a capital need? Is it a financing need for working capital? It is a financing for investment, whatever. And the third point I will mention is to understand obviously what is going on the other side, which is the financing provider. If you are looking, if you have a startup or scale-up and you are looking for venture capitalists, not the same than if you want to approach a bank or if you want to go for capital markets. So obviously you need to understand what are the dynamics in those markets to understand what is the best options to provide this finance strategy. Yeah, I would say when the company start out, except the technology they are on and they are developing, they probably will not need too much technology. They will probably use, the common tools technology, like the Microsoft, all the cloud technology that you can use, and which offer a lot already. You will use technology like communication technology like Slack, or Teams, stuff like that. You will use a project to follow technology, but that's it. It's when you start out, probably you have not much need. And then when the business cycle is evolving, then it's very much depend on what kind of activities you are doing. If you are a technology with only consultant, then you will use certain technology. But if you are manufacturing goods, then it will mean you need a much different technology to use for your operations. So it's very difficult to address all those scenarios. My first answer is, I will answer as a CFO standpoint because I'm not a specialist of supply chain. I think as a CFO, you will look at two sides of the problems. The first side of the problem is the risk analysis. Identifying the risk and the impact for the finance of the company is obviously very important. And with the risk, you will have to have plans to tackle the risk. And the second part of it, of this one, is the cost margin analysis. and to understand what are the options in terms of supply chain and what are the best options in terms of cost and margin analysis. And that's, I would say, the CFO would focus on those ones. But, you know, Google or Microsoft or Amazon we use every day, they have AI, no, behind the scene. But AI, it's for sure will disrupt all industries and all kinds of activities. Think about healthcare industry. It's already impacting a lot the way they are approaching the problems or operating even. Let me give you another idea. Think about who would think that some years ago that an AI will write the sport news. It's a reality today, right?
Yes, right.
So, think about agri-tech technology, which is coming strong. So AI is everywhere.
Yes.
It also will disrupt actually not only industries, but the way we work, the task we are. If you take an example about finance, and I'm a CFO, so I'm looking at what is the impact of AI in finance, and it's huge. The processes will be impacted, but the way the CFO will change the way he does, he has to focus much more on the data, on the speed of analysis of the data, and AI is helping on this one. And it also means that all the people you are working with will have to acquire new knowledge, because it will impact the way the people work as well, right?
Okay.
So yes, AI will impact every business for sure. I think it's a great edition, and I would advise everyone to look at it to be aware about what is going on.